connecting Indigenous musicians and artists to the world. Welcome to Indigenous Super Stars with your host, Rhonda Head.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show this evening. Coming to you live in Bigedi, Manitoba, the heart of Opaskwayak Cree Nation. And I'm really happy to be back here again. It's November 2nd, and there's tons of snow outside here on my res. We probably have about 3-4 feet of snow. And I'm really happy to be back on Indigenous Superstars tonight. I just want to let people know that the show is streaming live on my personal Facebook page, on my fan page, on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll be able to watch the other interviews that I've done so far. And tonight I'm on my 40th guest, so I'm really excited about that. So we're getting higher and higher with our guests that I'm interviewing. It's really exciting. And I just want to give a shout out to Shirley Matilton from Feather Hair Artistry in Los Angeles, actually. I met her several years ago at the Indigenous Legends award show, and she sent me some really awesome products that I can't wait to use, shampoo and conditioner from her company, Feathers Hair Artistry. So I just wanted to give her a shout out for sending me those products, and I really can't wait to use them. And thank you, Shirley. I love you for that. And I want to let you know, I'm just going to read the bio of my next guest, and my next guest is the awesome flute player Steve Rushingwind from Los Angeles, California, or he's from a suburb of Los Angeles. Stephen Rushingwind, Native American flute musician and voting Grammy member, has been playing native flute for 14 years. He defines his music as tribal earth sounds. He has won 3 Native American Music Awards, 3 New Mexico Music Awards, 4 Indian Summer Music Awards, 1 World Music Award winner, and a 3-time finalist at the Indigenous Music Awards. He was a finalist at the Indigenous Music Awards for Best Indigenous Entertainer of the Year in 2015 and nominated for Artist of the Year at the 2016 Native American Music Awards. Stephen, a California native raised in a small house with 1 bathroom and a large family in South Pomona, a city 25 miles east of Los Angeles, always had a passion for music. His family couldn't afford musical instruments nor lessons, although Stephen longed to express himself musically. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my awesome friend, Stephen Rushingwind. Hey!
Hey, how's it going? I got my quarantine beard going on here. I play Santa Claus this December.
Well, he's just a couple of miles north from me.
Yeah, we're our family. They moved to East LA, I think in 1920. I think I want to say something like 1922 or something like that. So we've been in LA for a long time. But we're originally from Arizona, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's
so
awesome.
Phoenix, Arizona. So
Awesome.
That's right. Out.
Oh, Cindy Paul just tuned in. She just said, "Yay!"
Yay!
So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. You're tuning in from Pomona. Is that what is the city that you're tuning in?
It's Pomona. Yeah, Pomona.
Pomona.
Yeah, we're like 24 miles east of LA. We're the last city of the LA County. We're technically Los Angeles, but it's like we're the suburbs of LA, and we're the last suburb.
Yeah, you'd probably want to be there too, right?
Yeah,
I used to live in LA too.
Yeah, well, matter of fact, we went to LA last night for my wife. She had an art show out there, and she actually sold an art piece too while we were there, so it was kind of cool. So hey, there's Aaron. Hey,
there's Aaron. Yeah. Awesome.
Everybody without their mask. That's the way to do it. So.
That's so cool. So, did you have your artwork there as well?
No. This is just Susan's art. Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I'm in an art show right now. I have one of my sculptures is over at a museum in Claremont. It's a couple cities away, or one city away. It's called Claremont Museum of Art, and I do these sculptures, these big giant matchsticks they look like a burnt strike matchstick, but they're 8 feet tall. I carve them with a chainsaw and a router and things like that. So I've been doing them since 2002. So I've been doing it for quite a long time. But I'm also an oil painter as well. So like you can see the paintings behind me. You can see this.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about your painting. Yeah, those look really beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, this one here is a little market here in Claremont, and then up there is actually the one above it is the actual museum. It's the old train station in Claremont. It was built way back. So there's a couple oil paintings I did for a show in January.
That's beautiful. Those are really incredible work.
Well, thank you. What's interesting about these paintings that they were at an art show in January, and they were supposed to be up for just for a few months, but then the pandemic hit, and we couldn't get them. They were stuck there for about 9 months, and so we had that's one of the world's longest art show I've ever had. 9 months exhibition, can't beat that. Huh?
Wow. So I'm going to ask you a question, segue into music now. But thank you for sharing your artwork with us. It's beautiful. So how did you get into what inspired you to get into music, Stephen?
Well, I've been playing music all my life since I was a little boy. I played the flute, the recorder, and the alto when I was a kid in school because we couldn't afford any instruments, so I had to play what was free at school. So I played the recorder. And then I had a 3-string guitar that I learned how to play music with I actually wrote music with a 3-string guitar. And then when I got to be 13, I bought a guitar. And actually I was about a little bit older than that, but I got a guitar and I learned how to play with 6 strings. And then I was in a band. I played a lot of the hits that were out at the time. And then I discovered the flute later on in my life. And and I've always loved the flute. So when I started playing the flute, I was doing great. It was just a natural for me for that. So, hey Jack, how you doing, brother?
He just said some really nice stuff about you. He said, Stephen is one of the most awesome musicians and human beings that I've had the pleasure of meeting. He is top notch.
Thank you, brother. So are you, man. Very honored. So that's how it started for me. And then the native flute didn't come around till later because I really didn't even know about it. But then when I found it, it was like I could not put it down. It was one of those instruments that just spoke to me. And I've been playing it for quite a while now. So it's been great. It's a wonderful transition from the classic music that you hear on mainstream to native music. And then I've recorded, I'm on my, I believe, 14th album right now. So
wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So before we get into your first song, how many flutes do you own?
I'm represented by Odell Borg, which is the high spirit flutes. So I use all his flutes. And tonight I just have a couple here with me. And this one here I have is a twin. It's a double flute. There's different types of drones, but this is a unique type of drone. This is in a key of D, so I can perform a little song for you if you like.
Sure, yes, please.
All right. Okay, let me do something for you. Okay, here we go. Okay.
That was so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I wanted to ask you questions about that flute. I don't really see flutes like that.
Yeah, these
And
are very interesting.
yeah, and it sounds really incredible. Can you share with us a little bit about the instrument?
Yeah, this one here is a D drone. It's a twin drone. And what it is that's actually like two flutes together. So you can see how it kind of goes connected with the brace, and then it's fused at the top. And what it is one side has the holes, and then one side has nothing. So one side is a designated sound. And this side over here has the holes. So when you put them together, so one drone stays all the way always like that same tune, the key of D. And then you have your flute that you can kind of go up the scales, all the way up. So that's how it works. It's a beautiful flute. It's made by High Spirits. This key of D. He also has, which I should have brought with me. I was set up in the studio really well, but I had to move everything in the house because of my internet. But I have these Nova flutes, which are drones. They're smaller drones, and they're easier to put in your pocket. Like these are really big, so these are hard to carry around. But the other ones he has are called Nova flutes, and they're actually a lot smaller. Let's see, smaller, and you can carry them in your backpack, whatever. And it's got the same. Actually, it sounds really similar to that. It's just a little bit more higher pitch, but it's got that same sound. It's really quite remarkable.
Yeah, it sounds so beautiful. I just love the way the flute music sound, and I totally understand how as a musician that you would just totally fall in love with the instrument and
Yeah.
master it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, my first flute I had years ago was actually High Spirits, my first flutes. But then when I met this fellow over in Joshua Tree, and he was making homemade drones. This before I even met Odell, but he was making these homemade drones, and it was a key of A. And I was fortunate to actually be introduced to that flute right off the bat. And matter of fact, my very first album, I used that flute. And so I've been familiar with the drone flute for many years. It's a beautiful sound, like you said.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you're on your 14th album?
Yeah, I'm working on an album with Thomas Petranga. He's a friend of mine. He's in my band, the Native Groove Band. He's my guitarist, and we decided to kind of do an album together. And it's going to be very, I would say, very, very bluesy, very solid blues on that album. It's going to be really quite interesting. We're going to probably be releasing it first of the year.
Oh, cool! That sounds exciting.
We're working on it, probably by spring at least.
So you collaborated with lots of musicians.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you collaborated with all the albums that you've done? Have you collaborated with somebody all the time?
No. Well, usually my first album was by myself, I did all the instruments, did everything, all the guitar music, everything, keyboard. And then after that, I was connected with Michael Mucklow. And me and Michael Mucklow, we did 4 albums together. And they were very successful. We won music awards at New Mexico and the NAMMYs, even over in Milwaukee for this Indian summer. So we did quite well together. And then when we went on hiatus, Michael we kind of like just, took our time off, and I kept pursuing my stuff. And then I did an album by myself. I did all the instruments. And then I decided to, collaborate with. I love collaborating with people because it brings out the flavor of whoever I'm collaborating with, and it's like mixing soup. You got ingredients and you want to have flavor. So I have collaborated with a guy from Norway, which is my Nordic Passage album. I've collaborated with who else have I collaborated with? Native Groove with Nelson Rios. You've met Nelson.
I've met him.
Yeah, Nelson Rios. And there's also Og from Norway. Yes, Og. And then Thomas Petranga. And then I've had my albums where my last album I did called Rushingwind. I had Daniel Wanacott collaborated a lot with me on that album too. So it's a big collaboration, and I've had the honor of working with some really amazing artists. Harlan Steinberger from the over in Venice Beach. We did the Red Beaten Path, and that was a really interesting album, Red Beaten Path. If you ever get a chance to listen to that one, it's done without any effects. There's no effects on the flute, and it was really quite different. We did a completely different album.
Oh, cool.
So it's been really a nice journey. It's been a wonderful journey. I've met a lot of great people. I remember meeting you over at the NAMMYs that one year. We had a lot of fun that one year. That was fun. Then over at the Indigenous Music Awards as well. So, I've just enjoyed the journey. It's been so wonderful.
It is. The music journey is beautiful, and the people that we meet, and they become lifelong friends and family.
Yeah,
for sure. It's such a beautiful circle to be part of, for sure.
I've met Felipe Gomez, who we over at the Indigenous Music Awards a while back. Because when I first met him, it was quite a fun meeting of him, because he's so vibrant and so out there, and back then I had a goatee, a darker goatee, and we kind of looked like, he calls me my future of him, because I looked like a lot like him, way in the future. He's still a young man, so he's got a ways to go. So
yeah, I'm gonna get him on the show too. We're just in discussions right now about talking about a date that'll work for both of us. Yeah, but usually I like to work around the musicians, and we were talking earlier before the show started, and can you share with us some of your other background from Mexico?
My mom was from Mexico. She came over. She was born in 22. She passed away in 01, but she came over the border, I think in 1928 or something like that. She was like 6 years old or something like that when she came over, and she became a citizen in the 40s. The family all came over, except I have some family still in Mexico. But they were from the Sonora area. And then my father was from Arizona, and his mom, my grandmother, was full-blood Cahuilla from San Diego. So they moved to Arizona back in the 1890s, I believe. She was born in 1880. My grandmother was. She was full Cahuilla, and she came over in 1890. They moved to Arizona, and that's when she met my grandfather later on and got married. And he was born in 79. And he was Opata. He was from the Opata native in Arizona. The native people, you have the Yaquis, the Opata. They're in the same region. So.
That's so cool. Yeah, I like to hear the history of where the musicians come from and their Yeah, so thank you for sharing that.
Oh,
I'm
you're welcome.
I'm all 100% Cree. Both my parents are Cree, and they both originated from Saskatchewan, and they migrated to Manitoba, and
Wow.
here I am here in Manitoba, all
Yeah.
surrounded by a bunch of Crees.
We'll switch places one of these days. You come live over here, I'll live over there for a while.
Oh, I love California. That's a good idea.
You get to experience Southern California now and the Los Angeles area. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I lived there. When did I move there? I lived there for a couple of months, and I think it was 97. I went to school there for one semester. It
oh,
was
okay.
great. I loved it.
Where,
But
where,
the only thing,
where were you at?
what's that?
What city were you at?
It was on Sepulveda, Venice Beach, Culver City area.
Yeah, okay. That's like
And you know, I come from a land where we have changing weather all the time, changing 4 seasons.
not here.
And going to California, no clouds, blue sky, sunshine every day. It kind of got boring.
Yeah.
The weather's nice, but you know, I'm used to that change in the weather all the time. And so I was like, when I came home, I was happy to be home and to see the changing weather and back on my land.
Yeah, well, in here in LA, you have when the tree, the trees turn in your area. Here, they're green, they turn brown, fall. They don't have any color, just brown, fall. That's it. And then the sky is blue here pretty much most of the year, but we get this cloudy skies, and we love it when it rains here, which is very rarely, but we like it when it does. We were on fire right now. The whole California's on fire, basically.
Oh my goodness. Well, I hope, yeah, I'll pray for rain and so
Yeah,
you'll heal the grounds and get rid of the fire.
we need to. We need to do that.
Yeah. So are you ready to play your next piece?
Yeah, let me do a song here. This one's called Rushingwind from the album Rushingwind. So let's see. All right. Thank you.
Oh, that was incredible. I love that.
That's fun. I don't get to play very often. So.
That was great.
Thank
I
you.
love that. So I want to ask you a question about collaborating. So who do you want to collaborate? Who are some of the musicians that you want to collaborate with?
Wow, that's a really tough question. There's so many great artists out there that I would love to collaborate with. Gabriel Yell is one. I would love to collaborate with him. He's an amazing guitarist. There's so many. Good Lord, I can't even come up with anybody. I don't even know. Well, no, I'm talking about Indigenous artists. It's so hard to say, I mean, everybody, everybody has something to bring to the table, and there's a flavor of everybody, and especially if people who play guitar and keyboards, things like that, or even duets with flutes would be wonderful too, as well. That would be a nice way of doing things too. There's so many out there. I'd like to do one with you, even.
Yes, for sure.
That would be really cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Felipe, somebody said something about Felipe Gomez. He came down one time to LA and we played together with his bass. We actually did a gig together once. It was a lot of fun. He would be really fun to collaborate with. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We've played together. We've played together before, and it was a lot of fun.
I bet. Yeah, he has so much energy and very, very creative.
Yeah, that was quite a few. That was about 5-6 years ago, I think, something like that. It's been a while.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So where can we find your music?
My music, you can find it on StephenRushingwindmusic.com, and that's my main website. And you can actually listen to a lot of my music on there. I got a lot of music on there you can just listen to. If you like something, you can either buy it online or you can buy it purchased through the store. I'm on all the like Amazon. I'm on I'm on Pandora. I'm on all the sites, iHeartRadio, Spotify, but iTunes as well, Apple iTunes. But also, you mainly can find me on there, and then you can go from there. It just tells you where to go to on my website. And then for my artwork, you can find me on rushingwindart.com. So.
Right on.
So I got two websites. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. So I just want to let you know that I'll be adding one of your songs to the Indigenous Super Stars playlist on Spotify.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And the show does go on podcast now. We're on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. So we just got added on last week. So I'm really excited about that.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah, and do you have any parting words?
My parting words I've been telling everybody is just stay safe. Right now, we just need to get through this and survive, and be kind to each other. No matter what, here in the United States, there's big division going on. And I want everybody just to behave and just, and remember how you react to things is how you be remembered. I'm very insistent on that. The way we treat others, the way we act to the pandemic or whatever it is. People will see us and they'll remember how we react. And that's the most important thing. We want to be remembered as someone that was good-hearted and good to others. So and stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, and keep your distance until this is all over and we're on the other side. We can go out and we can see each other again and hug each other and play music with each other. And I'm looking forward to that very much.
Thank you for those wise words. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And it's great to see Aaron popping up in there. Hi, Aaron.
Yeah.
We miss all of you guys. We miss everybody, It's kind of crazy.
It is crazy. But I just wanted to thank everyone that tuned in this evening. Thanks for commenting and joining us. Because I know, we could be doing other things, but you decided to spend half an hour with myself and Stephen Rushingwind and his beautiful flute music. Thank you for sharing that with us, Stephen.
You're welcome. Thank you. And here's
Looking forward to hearing your new recording in the new year.
Here's my cat. Say hi to my cat.
Hi,
That's my parting words with my cat. All right, Jack, you take care.
So the next guest on Indigenous Superstars is the awesome Murray Porter. So I'm really looking forward to interviewing him as well. So don't miss out. That's on Thursday. So stay safe and stay healthy.
Take care. Thank you, Rhonda.
Tune in again next time when Rhonda interviews another up-and-coming Indigenous superstar. Only on Indigenous Superstars.
See you later.
Like I said.
Take care, huh? Bye-bye.